I grew up on a small farm. There was a lot of Bible reading in front of the fireplace in the evenings. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth was often used not just as a quote from the Bible, but it was an expression that we should use and believe in. And I did. I grew up supporting the death penalty simply because I thought it was the right thing. That's what I was told. That's what I believed. I was starting to have a mental anguish, trouble sleeping, drinking huge amounts of alcohol, try and numb the stress. There was a point after I left Florida State Prison that these men would come and sit on the edge of my bed at night. I told my wife that I was being haunted by the men that I had actually helped leave this world. The black skin, once you've electrocuted someone, gets an ash color to it. And they still had that color on their faces when they would sit on my bed. I could see them. They'd just look at me, you know. Pedro Medina will always be paramount in my mind and when I think about these things.
Is he one of the ghosts?
He's one of the ghosts. Yeah. When I gave the signal to the executioner, it was a pop. And if you've ever done a light switch or something and there was a pop, you know instantly that something's wrong with the electricity. And within a few seconds, the smoke and fire came out from underneath that copper helmet. In fact, it came right up in front of my face because I stand about 3 feet away from the electric chair. And it just kept smoking, and the smoke got blacker and blacker and blacker. And the electrician, who's wearing these big lineman gloves, had his hands ready to take the helmet off of his head, and he looked at me and said, "Continue, continue." There was no way we could stop at that point. I said, "Absolutely, continue." And the room filled with smoke. I ordered the colonel to open the window to let the smoke out. The smoke went upstairs where all the inmates on death row could smell burning flesh. I had it all over my body. I threw my clothes away that day. I couldn't scrub hard enough to get the smell off of me. Everybody in the room, the colonel, sergeant that's on the phone with the governor, we were all covered with this mess. And it was a bad day. The wriggling of his body, his arms trying to grip the table, and his heaving of his chest. I believe that he knew he was being burned to death. And I really don't want that feeling to go away. I want to remember that until my last breath. I want to remember it so I can tell it to people like you and to anybody else who will stand in front of me long enough to hear it. A premeditated, ceremonial, political killing. That's what I call it. This is much less than what we should be as Americans. Much less.